Assalamu alaikum. This is Pratusha Borwal welcoming you all to the English news from BTV Chattogram. Let's begin with the headlines. Dakshi polls to be held on 9th of September as Appellate Division upholds Chamber Court's orders suspending Highcourt directive. Cross-examination in case of crimes against humanity adjourned till tomorrow in response to time petition filed by state-appointed Defense Council. At least 105 Palestinians, including 32 waiting for aid, killed Israeli strikes level densely populated areas of Gaza. And Afghanistan's beat Pakistan by 18 runs in Tri-Series match at Sharjah. Viewers, those were the headlines. Are moving on to the details. The Appellate Division has upheld the Chamber Court's order suspending the High Court directive that postponed the Dakshu and Whole Union elections until 13th of October. The order came today from a full bench of 7 judges led by Chief Justice Syed Rifat Ahmed after hearing the university authorities' appeal. As a result, the Dakshu polls will go ahead as scheduled on 9th of September without any further legal obstacles. Early on 28th of August, B.M. Fahimida Alum, candidate for Liberation War and Democratic Movements Affairs Secretary from the Left Alliance panel Opera 071 and Odomo 24, filed a writ petition challenging the candidacy of GS contender and Islamic Chhatra Shibir leader S.M. Farhad. Following the hearing, the High Court had ordered the polls postponed until 13th of October. The university authorities immediately appealed, and within less than 1 hour, the Chamber Court phrased the High Court's stay order. Chamber Judge Farah Mahbub yesterday extended that suspension and referred the matter to the Appellate Division for a full hearing. Lawyers said today's ruling clears the way for SM Farhad to contest the Dakshu election. This year, 471 candidates are contesting 28 Dakshu positions, while 1,035 candidates are vying for 13 posts across 18 residential halls. International Crimes Tribunal 1 has adjourned until tomorrow the cross-examination of Chaudhry Abdullah Al-Mamun, who turned state witness in the Crimes Against Humanity case against ousted Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and 2 others over the July-August mass uprising. Tribunal sources said the order came in response to a time petition filed by the state-appointed Defense Council. Earlier on Tuesday, the tribunal had fixed today for the cross-examination. Meanwhile, in another case concerning crimes against humanity committed during the July-August uprising in Dhaka's Chankarpur area, the prosecution sought additional time for the tribunal to present witnesses. The government is working to present the truth before the people through fact-checking in response to false propaganda on social media against the interim government and key state institutions, said retired Lieutenant General Abdul Hafiz, Special Assistant to the Chief Advisor. He made the remarks while attending a seminar organized jointly by the Armed Forces Division and the Military Institute of Science and Technology at the Majesty Seminar Hall in Dhaka today. He also called upon everyone to work together to combat misinformation and rumors. Speaking as a special guest, Principal Staff Officer of the Armed Forces Division, Lieutenant General S.M. Kamrul Hassan, said that attempts are being made to tarnish the reputation of the armed forces and weaken its leadership by creating false content on social media. Therefore, he stressed the need for everyone to remain cautious while using social media. The seminar began with a welcome speech by Ms. Commandant Major General Muhammad Nasim Parvez. Vice Chancellor of Gazipur Digital University, Professor Dr. Abu Yusuf, also presented the keynote paper at the seminar. Hathazara Upazila and Municipality BNP and their associate organizations celebrated the 47th founding anniversary of BNP. A rally was organized at Hathazari bus station premises this afternoon, marking the occasion. BNP's Joint Organizing Secretary Barrister Mir Mohammad Helal Uddin was the chief guest in the program. Moderated by Hathazara Upazila BNP convener Nur Muhammad and Member Secretary Gyash Uddin, Senior Joint Convener Muhammad Salim, Municipality BNP Convener Zakir Hussain, Member Secretary Wahidul Alam Dr. Forik, Iqbal Chaudhry, Yaqub Chaudhry, and leaders of Union, Ward BNP and associate organizations addressed the rally. After the rally, a procession led by Barrister Mir Mohammad Helal Uddin ended at Hathar College Gate, chanting various slogans. In addition, Hathazara Upazila and Municipality BNP planted saplings on the founding anniversary of BNP. Now, international news. At least 105 Palestinians were killed across Gaza in a day as Israeli strikes leveled densely populated areas, particularly Al-Sabra neighborhood. At least 30 of those were killed while seeking aid. According to the Palestinian Ministry of Health, within 24 hours, at least 13 people, including 3 children, died of starvation. This brings the total number of deaths from hunger and malnutrition since the war began to 361. The ministry further reported that nearly 43,000 children under the age of 5 in the enclave are suffering from malnutrition, while over 55,000 pregnant and breastfeeding women are also affected by the same issue. Since October 7, 2023, Israeli attacks have killed nearly 64,000 Palestinians in Gaza, while around 161,000 have been injured. Meanwhile, as part of an expanded ground and air offensive against Hamas in Gaza City, Israel has begun gradually calling up reserve forces starting Tuesday. At the same time, tensions have risen with the Israeli leadership over the intensification of the Gaza operation. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and his ministers engaged in heated exchanges with the country's military chief, Herzi Halevi, regarding the issue. During a nearly 6-hour-long cabinet meeting on Sunday night, divisions emerged among Israeli leaders over a possible assault on Gaza City. Cabinet members want the offensive to proceed quickly, but Israeli army chief has urged political leaders to seek a ceasefire agreement instead. According to a report by the Times of Israel, Halevi strongly opposed the capture of Gaza City, arguing that it would endanger the lives of soldiers as well as the 48 hostages still held by Hamas. Less than 48 hours after an earthquake killed more than 1,400 people, another quake has struck Afghanistan. According to the U.S. Geological Survey, a magnitude 5.2 earthquake hit northeastern Afghanistan on Tuesday. Al Jazeera reports that the quake struck at 4:59 p.m. local time on Tuesday, with its epicenter located 34 kilometers northeast of Jalalabad at a depth of 8 kilometers. Just 2 days earlier, at 11:47 p.m. on Sunday, a powerful magnitude 6 earthquake struck Afghanistan's northeastern Kunar province. That disaster left at least 1,411 people dead and 3,124 others injured. More than 5,400 homes were destroyed in the quake. 3 days on, many people are still missing. Rescue operations are underway but progressing slowly due to damaged roads and disrupted mobile networks, which are making it extremely difficult for emergency teams to reach remote mountainous areas. At least 25 people were killed in 3 separate attacks in Pakistan, including 14 died in a suicide bombing at a political rally in the southwestern province of Balochistan. Dozens of people are wounded in an explosion taking place in the parking lot of a stadium in the provincial capital, Quetta, where hundreds of members of the Balochistan National Party had gathered. At least 7 of the wounded were in critical condition, the official said. Another attack in Balochistan near the border with Iran claimed 5 lives while 6 soldiers were killed after a suicide attack on their base in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa province. Elsewhere in Balochistan, 5 paramilitary personnel were killed and 4 wounded when a homemade bomb exploded as their convoy passed through a district near the Iranian border. No group immediately claimed responsibility for either attack.